Hello race fans and welcome to Sonoma, California. This is a wine country. We are here at Sonoma Raceway for the second to last race of the regular season. Before we are about to crown a champion. Sorry about that. See, drivers are on track practicing here. That wall is brand new for this racetrack right there in turn one. You're going to see it here when the car is focusing. Oh, look at that. Wow. A lot of wheel spin off of Travis there. Anyway, see right there, that wall. That line's turn one. That is brand new. That's going to be one of the more sketchier places to go 2-3 wide. We're going to see a lot of cars drive off probably as well. We're expecting a lot of wrecks here today, as you already see some skid marks going off into the grass, or into the, oh yeah, I guess you could call it grass. It's more of a sand. Right now, the drivers are practicing. Right now, the fastest car for practice right now is actually Striker Bernoulli. It's actually kind of surprising. Striker, when they unloaded his car, he was complaining about it. He really was. He was complaining about the speed of the track. He was complaining that his car was too slow. He couldn't get up and through the gears fast enough. But now look at this, and during practice, he's on top of the leaderboard. Yeah, Striker's definitely shown a lot of improvement since last time we were here. Now remember, last time we were here, which was a pretty good while ago. In season 4, I do believe we were here last. So it's been a while since these cars have been on this track. Remember the last person to win on this racetrack? This man right here, Casey Kane, in his farewell season. Can he potentially win here again? He's the last winner that we have here at Sonoma. It's been a while since we have actually been at Sonoma. So, you know, we're really excited what these drivers are going to do here today. And you know, Kyle Busch also looking for his first career win as well. Now Stenhouse Jr. now up into that second spot. Then number 6. Where is he on track? There he is. Right behind Casey Kane, actually. This is another spot that's going to catch some drivers off guard. That wall sticking out like that used to not be like that. It used to be really, really flat, and they thought it was too easy for the drivers. So they decided to make it a little bit more challenging, make them use a little more brake. And that's what they did. That's what they do now, is they use a lot more brake coming out of that corner. You got to really focus in. You can't even hold off for a second. And Striker going right back up the hill, doing a phenomenal job, staying right behind Joey Logano, actually. Where's last week's winner on the track? Where is last week's winner on the track? There he is. On the front straightaway. Denny Hamlin won his first win since season 8. Brings his tally up to 2 wins. 2 career wins. won last week at Daytona. So big congratulations to him and that team. At first, we didn't think that, you know, you could use lap cars as a pick or even just a pull away from the pack, but it's not in the rule book, so NASCAR allowed it. And that allowed the win for him to keep the win. Right through here is going to be a really treacherous spot as well. You saw that runoff. There's no runoff here. There's hardly any runoff here. Once you get into that grass, you're done. I mean, that car will lose traction so fast, and you will spin out extremely fast. Another thing is pit road. Pit road is so difficult to get into here. If you're not prepared for it, you won't make pit road. You used to have a line going all the way from where those Save Mart signs are. They used to have a line from all the way from there, and they removed that from the racetrack. It made the entrance a little shorter, but you do have time to slow down before that big turn going into pit road. You do have time. So expect a lot of movement through there. Striker's still on top of the leaderboard right now. And I've just heard that they are going to speed up. They're actually going to end practice so we can go on to qualifying here. Striker's gone. Let's watch last week's winner, shall we? Denny Hamlin. Let's watch him through his qualifying session. Remember, they have 2 laps. They have 2 laps to go all the way around. So in total, they have 3 laps. So at the end of their second lap, that's when their last lap is counted. Everybody is going out, but we are doing single car qualifying. Now, the only rule that we have set place for qualifying is on super speedways, that being Daytona and Talladega. We will be doing group qualifying for places like Sonoma. You know, anything that's not a super speedway, we will do single car qualifying just to keep everything, you know, bunched up, give everybody a fair fight. Because once you do group qualifying at super speedways, you know, everyone's drafting with each other, everyone's in a big pack, and that's what gives you that momentum to get on the pole. Right now, Denny Hamlin looking, whoa, we got a little loose there. Remember, if you go off track, that makes your lap invalid. Even if you barely touch the wall. If you get a 0x in these cars, that's the end of your qualifying lap. And Denny Hamlin right now setting. Timer just started for Denny Hamlin. Up the hill. This is one of the more treacherous spots. We're going to see a lot of wrecks. So get ready. So we'll probably be using the blimp cam a lot. That way we can show you the entire pack in its entirety and show you if there is any wrecks. But we will also be worried about the back of the pack. A lot of that gets really congested back there, especially on road courses like this. A lot of the pack back there gets really congested, and then everyone starts bumping and banging into each other. So just get ready. Right now, Denny Hamlin's showing great pace. Let's see what he does here. His first lap, first out of 2 laps, this will be his white flag. Or no, sorry, this will be his green. This was his green flag. This is his first lap. Then he'll go around again. So this is Denny Hamlin's white flag. Right now, Chase Elliott sitting on top of the board. Kyle Busch now on top of the board. Wow. If Kyle Busch can get on pole, this will be his first pole of his career. Kyle Busch has not once got the pole in a NASCAR Coke Zero and a NASCAR Coke Cup race. Let's see. There's going to be a lot more momentum going through here, but remember, these are heavy stock cars. A lot of cars, especially touring cars, can go full throttle through those S's. And it's a lot of fun. These are big, heavy stock cars. They are not made for that. You go full throttle here, you're off into the dirt and probably into that wall. You're probably going in hard into that wall. Here we go. And Carl Edwards gets his second pole of the season. Remember, his first pole came on a road course. Is at Lime Rock after the Daytona 250. Denny Hamlin qualifies in the 22nd spot. Kyle Busch still in third in that number 18 M&M's Toyota Camry. Ricky Stenhouse Jr. in the 6th for Roush Busch Racing. 13 of Allmendinger. The 21 of Blaney, the 42 of Larson, the 9 of Elliott, the 41 of Almirola, and the 7 of Corey LaJoie. That is your top 10. Without further ado, we will be right back after this. Welcome back to Sonoma, California. This is a wine country here at Sonoma Raceway, what used to be called Sears Point. It's been a while since it's been called that. I want to welcome you all back to Sonoma Raceway. Without further ado, let's go over today's starting lineup. I said let's go over today's starting lineup. Sorry about that. On pole, Carl Edwards, on row 1, Carl Edwards, Bubba Wallace. Row 2, Kyle Busch, Ricky Stenhouse Jr. Row 3, AJ Allmendinger and Ryan Blaney. Row 4, Kyle Larson and Chase Elliott. Row 5, Eric Almirola and Corey LaJoie. Row 6, we have Michael McDowell and Chase Briscoe. Yeah, row 7 back here, we have Brad Keselowski and Chris Buescher. Row 8, we have Kevin Harvick and Alex Bowman. Row 9, we have Daniel Suarez and Cody Huddleston. Row 10, we have Elijah Travis and Austin Dillon. Back here in row 11, we have Austin Cindric and Denny Hamlin. In row 12, we have Stryker and Noah Gragson. Row 13, we have Joey Logano, Casey Kane. And there's the rest of your field. Some stories of the day. Not really any stories, really, besides the big ones. The new rule was finally posted onto the official Instagram. So if you haven't seen that, go to the official Instagram and read about that. It's called the provisional rule. It was just instated before Daytona, as we just maxed out the playoffs or the chase. Sorry, with Stryker Bernoulli winning at Watkins Glen. Denny Hamlin won at Daytona, which means he is the first provisional driver in. So we have 2 more spots. We have 2 more provisional spots to give. That'll be the last 2 races. So here and then Road Atlanta. Those 2 are the last 2 races that we have in the season. So next week, next Monday, we will have the last race of the regular season. And then we're going to go race for a Coke Cup. As here we go. One winner out front. That is Carl Edwards. As here we go. Remember, it needs 3 cars to cause a caution. Carl Edwards with a pretty good launch here. Green flag in the air. We're racing here at Sonoma. Be really careful going up the hill here. You don't want to spin out, lock them up. Spin somebody else out. They seem to be doing good so far. Back there, remember we said back there is going to be kind of congested. Well, guess what? It's not, as they snake through. And Carl Edwards looking for his 2nd win of the season. Yeah, looking for a second win of the season already, and Bubba Wallace is being challenged for that 2nd spot with Kyle Busch there. One of the helpful tools we will be using today, we usually always like to show it off, the track map. We will be showing that off all day long. So if you don't see your favorite driver, we also have car numbers as well. But we'll be using the position. Right now, Carl Edwards right now pulling away from everybody. as they dive into turn 1. And Carl Edwards will lead the first lap here, unless Bubba Wallace has something to say about that. No, Carl Edwards will lead the first lap. It's no surprise to me as well. You know, we're used to seeing Carl up front, especially at road courses. He is really, really good at road courses. Turn 1, you got to be really careful of, but turn 1A up here, this little turn, or turn 2, then turn 3 and 3A and 3B up here. Got to be really careful about going off course here. So by the time they get close to that wall, I start clenching. I'm like, oh, don't hit it. Bubba Wallace takes over the lead from Carl Edwards. Carl Edwards looking to get that back. Ricky Stenhouse Jr. got a little loose back there. Battling with Kyle Busch. Watch Carl. See if he doesn't send it in here. Still side by side back there with Kyle Busch and Stenhouse Jr. Stenhouse kind of sends it in on Kyle. Takes that third spot. Not by force, but Kyle really didn't have much to do right back there. Now that we got a little battle between Larson and Allmendinger, Kyle Busch kind of... Whoa! Wow. Almost chopped the nose off of Kyle Larson's car. Larson, he probably won't be too happy about that. Huddleston did that to him one day at Daytona, and he was not happy about that. I doubt he'd be any happier here. Like that. Stages are 15, 15, and 20. Look at this. Stenhouse Jr. making the move on Edwards. Couldn't get it done. As Wallace just kind of pulls away. The best thing you can do right now is just let him go. Let Wallace go. Focus on the guy behind you. The more you focus on trying to get Wallace, the more mistakes you're going to run into. So you just got to let Wallace go. Just let Bubba go. Let him lead a few laps. This is only stage 1. This is only stage 1. There's no reason you should be aggressive in stage 1. No reason at all. You need to conserve your fuel. You need to conserve your tires. That's the main 2 things you got to conserve here is fuel and tires. Mainly tires. This track is old. The race surface is old. It's gonna chew through tires. You really have to make sure that you don't waste your tires going after somebody you know you can't catch. Kyle Busch falls back down. He falls all the way to 6th. So he's already lost 3 positions since the start. And it looks like he's just going to keep on falling here. No real news to get a hold of. Whoa, you saw there. Oh, look at this. Stenhouse Jr., Allmendinger, side by side. He says, you know what? Take it. I'll let you go up there. I'll let you burn your tires off. Carl Edwards slowly closing in onto Bubba Wallace. You know, Wallace, I think he's burned up his tires. I think Wallace has burned up his tires because Edwards has been saving his tires for this moment alone. See how bumpy the track is too. And that's not something that you want to play with, is how bumpy this track is. It's not soft. The ride's not soft up through these hills and everything. It is not soft at all. It'll really mess your guts up if you ate something hot and spicy. Up here for the lead. Edwards has caught Wallace. Allmendinger's kind of caught Edwards as well. See Allmendinger right there. Slowly getting towards Edwards' back bumper. Slowly reeling him in, but like we said before, you really have to focus on what you can do. You don't want to rush yourself. You don't want to rush into this. You definitely don't want to lock up your brakes either. Locking up your brakes is what really kills your tires, especially on a hot day like today. Let's take a look at that, shall we? Track temp is 114 degrees, so perfect temp to eat out your tires. 84 degrees Fahrenheit, 24% humidity. Sonoma reaches a altitude of 18 feet above sea level. 21-mile-per-hour winds, plus it's clear, so it doesn't hurt. It doesn't help that sun is just shining down on these drivers. It really doesn't. See, Edwards is doing something really smart here. He's doing really smart. He's focusing on the guy behind him. He's not worried about Wallace. Wallace can go on and lead as many laps as he wants. He's focusing on Allmendinger right now. And the reason why he's focusing on Allmendinger, I'll tell you why. Allmendinger, he knows Allmendinger's faster than him. He knows he is. So why focus on a guy you know you can't catch and let the first place guy wear down his tires? Because he knows he's wearing down his tires. He knows he is. What is Edwards doing? Guess what? He's saving his tires. More and more rubber getting placed down on that little exit there as they go around the hairpin. Going through the S's. You really want to be careful as well through the S's. If you put the gas down way too early, guess what? You'll spin the car out. And then you won't be able to control the car. Go into that grass. And like we said before, that grass will not be your friend if you get out into it. Everybody's really holding their ground right now. We haven't had any cars mess up or anything like that. Let's go with biggest mover, biggest loser real quick. See if we can find the biggest mover. Right now, the biggest mover is Casey Kane. Right back here. All the way back here in this little wasp nest. And the biggest loser right now. Well, oh yeah, here we go. Michael McDowell. Biggest loser of today so far. He's lost 7 spots. Casey Kane has gained 6. We will focus on that a little bit later. Carl Edwards slowly wanting to reel back in Bubba Wallace. Same time, he's just letting him go. Everybody's kind of spaced out up here at the front end. It's kind of like a 3-car breakaway. You see Kyle Busch battling with Stenhouse Jr. here, side by side still. Whoa! See there? Get on the brakes too hard, you're going to spin the car out. It's little mistakes that get you. Little mistakes turn into big mistakes real fast. See where your favorite driver is. Focusing on the 18. Back here, 24 of Matthew Lutz. not doing too well here. He's normally not too good at road courses. His first career win came on a road course after Austin Cindric was disqualified. Ran good all day. Here's last week's winner, Denny Hamlin. Right in front of Eric Jones. Right behind Elijah Travis as well. Travis, remember, before Watkins Glen, Travis's team, Alien Motorsports, announced that they'd be pulling funding for this car and this team in this series, and pulling Elijah Travis with them. Sad to see him go. But right now, they've got to focus on one thing and one thing only, winning. Travis is really good on road courses right now. Right now, he's just kind of saving his tires. Whoa! Whoa, wow. Look at that. Jones ain't waiting around. No, he's not. He got around Hamlin real quick. But, yeah, he gets around Hamlin. Wow. Sent it in, too. Look at this. He's trying to send it in on Wallace. Or not Wallace, sorry, Travis. Oh, Travis went a little wide. That's going to give him the opportunity, but Travis has got the preferred line there on the bottom. 6 laps to go in stage 1. Harvick and Huddleston battling. Right now they're kind of all holding their ground right now. Nobody really doing anything too major. I wouldn't send it in either. Right through here, through turn 11, I really wouldn't send it in to this paperclip, because once you do and you know you're not going to make it, guess what? You're taking out 1, 2, 3, 4 cars. Especially if you're in a big pack. Here's the pack for 4th on back. Second and third, kind of battling. Here goes Allmendinger around the inside of Edwards, and he's going to take over that second spot. Yeah, now Allmendinger has to. I know what he's focusing on, but I don't think it's a good idea. Right now, he's wanting to go after that lead, and he is sawing it away. And you know, now Bubba Wallace's crew, they're telling him, hey, the 13 got around the 19. Now he's coming. You know, stop saving gas, stop saving tires, and go. You know, we want the stage win. And he's closing in fast. I mean, that is fast. That relative is going down fast, and that worked. And now he's really not focusing on saving any gas right up the hill. Bubba Wallace is getting better at road courses. I mean, you can see over the period of time that he's been on road courses, he's getting better and better and better with each road course. And it's showing right here. You know, it's showing. But here comes Allmendinger right now. Bubba Wallace is in trouble now. He's brought Edwards with him. .8 of a second separates first and second. And that's all it separates Bubba Wallace from winning stage 1. Wallace now really pushing his car to get out there. There's AJ slowly closing in that gap. See that gap closing. It may not look like that, but that's it's pretty close. Three laps to go. 2 laps to go, sorry. Oh, we heard that wheel lock up. That's not good for Wallace. He kind of slid right through that corner. That's something you really don't want to do. Slide through corners, because once you get those tires sliding, a lot of times they will stick, and a lot of times they won't, and they'll just go around. Wow, you saw how sideways he got right there. Not really mashing the brakes, but really trying to slow that car down. Only 2 laps to go in stage 1. There it is. See how bumpy it is through turn 1. That's one thing you're going to have to be very cautious about. You get 10 stage points, good job, but, you know, other than that, can't really help yourself. Chris Buescher moving into the top 10, side by side right now. He's really under pressure from Briscoe here. He's got the preferred line here, and Briscoe's going to let him have it. Bowman now, he's like, hey, you gave him a spot. Could I have a spot? He got it. Oh, Wallace, though. Looking really, really fast here today. Whoa! Oh, man. And one more time around for Bubba Wallace, and he will win stage 1. Bubba Wallace will be collecting his second stage win of the season. If he can make it back around. He's definitely going to make it back around. I mean, there's no way, unless something bad happens, AJ Allmendinger's kind of really falling back. You see what happens when you burn up your tires like that. Doing a pretty good job. He's doing the right thing here, protecting the bottom, making sure Edwards doesn't get around him. You know, he's really protecting that bottom lane. That's exactly what you want to do. You want to protect that bottom lane as much as possible. But you don't give it up. But Wallace looking pretty good as he comes into turn 11. Back onto the front stretch, and Bubba Wallace wins stage number 1. Chris Buescher still in 10th. And he is going to get the final point.
All right, man. Caution is out.
And there it is. Stage 1 officially ends with Bubba Wallace winning the stage. Do something I should have done. Daytona. Now they gotta catch the pace car and go around. Pace car's waiting for them to show up. See, you hear them shifting down. That's them shifting down into first gear there. And the pace car has moved on to collect these drivers. There's the pace car. Now pit road will be open. Just a matter of if they will pit. Let's see, any takers to pit road? None right here. So that's the commitment line right there, and you gotta make sure that you're at pit speed if you come in. Looks like we don't have any takers actually. Now here comes some people. Got Logano, Hamlin, Travis, Bernoulli, Jones, Bell, Allgaier, and Lutz. I mean, that's an interesting pit strategy too. I mean, that's an interesting strategy. Pitting early so that way you can have enough fuel and tires to make it to stage 2. I mean, these tanks they can run 30-35 laps on a tank of fuel. So it's not a, I don't think they are going just for fuel. They are doing fuel only, which is actually quite smart, actually. Now they can make it to the end of stage 2. Everybody else cannot. Everybody else will probably pit in stage 2, after stage 2, I should say. So everybody probably will pit after stage 2. Welcome in. If you're just now joining us, Bubba Wallace won stage 1. No incidents to take place as of this moment, besides Bubba Wallace winning stage 1. They will go double file this time by. Stage 1 was commercial free. Stage 2 might not be so lucky unless we get a lot of cautions here. Going up the hill. Watch out for Allgaier. Or, not Allgaier, he's all the way in the back. I mean, Allmendinger. Look out for AJ. on this restart. He might. I think he's hungry for a little bit of laps led. See them all driving by. Pace car goes in. We have another clean start. We are about to see, you see the cars lined up, all 30 of them. But Wallace got a pretty good launch there. Green flag in the air. Whoa, man. Kyle Larson just keeps on getting his nose chopped off, man. Everybody gets through the S's pretty easily here. Kyle Larson probably won't like that, what Ricky Stenhouse Jr. just did. Stenhouse wanted that position, he took it, and here comes Larson back on the bottom. Kyle Busch tried to go with Larson, but couldn't get there. Wallace leads. Everybody's still maintaining a pretty good pace. See, Allmendinger closing in that gap once again. Earlier in the stage this time. Allmendinger looking for that lead. Allmendinger looking for any hole he might be able to squeeze into. I don't think he's going to have anything. Edwards now there. Now Edwards is kind of looking for a hole. Remember, these cars can only make it on a certain amount of laps on a full tank, so look at this battle for the lead. Allmendinger is there, and he's gonna take it. Edwards tried to follow through, and he could not make it. So close. But Allmendinger now out front, looking to lead some laps here today. It's a small little train. See him coming up through turn 2, turn 3A and B. Look at this! Wow! What a send by Bubba Wallace! Man, oh man, what a send! Everybody really holding their ground. Look at Edwards looking to the inside. He is there, and he's going to get pinched down by Allmendinger. Side by side for second. Still side by side. Edwards trying to take the spot away. And he's going to have it. Whoa! Well, Allmendinger would have battled him for it if he didn't get loose like that. I'd say if he wouldn't have got loose like he did, I'd say he would have definitely been battling him. Look at this little battle back there for, was that fourth? Kyle Larson and Ricky Stenhouse Jr. Larson's got the inside. I guarantee you, Larson hasn't forgot what Stenhouse did on that restart. Oh, look at Elliott now. Underneath Larson. And Larson just falls back. Don't worry, you won't miss a thing. We're going to go to NASCAR nonstop real quick.
Absolutely terrible. Here we go. As it seems, we can lose. I'm going to try to get you going just a little bit. You do your job, I'll do mine, okay? Shake it off here, pull your belt tight. Go, 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 go. Tony? How you feeling, bud? I'd like to buy the world a home and furnish it with love. Grow apple trees and honey bees and snow white turtle doves. I like to teach the world to sing in perfect harmony. I'd like to buy the world a coat. I'd like to teach the world to sing.
Chase Elliott, Xfinity Series champ. One word, merchandising. The Chase Elliott seat cover with massaging beard action. Your face is giving the massage.
You serious?
The Chase Elliott dipstick. Dip like a pro.
Now you're big time when you got your own business.
Every time someone opens their car, hey there, maybe check your oil.
No.
Washer fluid.
We've added more blue.
There is more blue. Good eye, Dale.
What? No.
Chase Elliott tire gauge.
32 pounds.
Check all 4 before you get on the road, guys.
How could you say no to this?
You just say no.
The Chase Elliott Garden Gnome.
Gnomes are magic.
It looks nothing like me.
You sure? We scanned your head, that's it.
Yeah, we used the computer.
And I don't garden.
Well, he's got that one funny eyeball, but other than that.
It's like looking into a mirror.
It's not even close, guys. No.
Which one's Chase?
I'm with you,
tell.
Dale. Spit an image.
Yeah.
Gentlemen, follow me to the window. The Chase Elliott car cover.
Who'd buy that?
It's my car. Chase Elliott sunglasses.
No.
Yes.
Just bringing in the rays, soaking in that Chase Elliott life.
Stop.
Save the day with Chase Elliott jumper cables.
Kickstart a car with your face.
My face?
Yes.
No.
This is what I'm most excited about. All day, I've been dying to show you this, Chase. Presenting the Chase Elliott action figure.
That's a blow-up doll.
Blow-up doll action figure.
Welcome back to Wine Country. Welcome back to Sonoma Raceway. Here for the GoPro 99. Bubba Wallace still leads. Well, Carl Edwards. Edwards finally got around Allmendinger. Now he's closing in to Bubba Wallace. He wants that second win. Wallace wants his first and lock himself into the chase. Bubba Wallace is like, hey, you're already locked into the chase. You don't have to worry about nothing. I'm not. I need a win. And we got a little bit of battling going on back here between Allmendinger. Well, we did. Between Allmendinger and Edwards. Allmendinger really trying to find a way around Edwards here. Nothing really happened during that little commercial break that we had. Nothing at all. Edwards and Allmendinger still battling. Bubba Wallace still in the lead. Elliott in fourth. And these two still aren't happy with each other. And we listened in. What the fuck is his problem? I mean, I don't know. He just cuts me off whenever he gets a chance. I'm gonna turn his ass if he doesn't stop. That was his radio communication during that restart. And that was the exchange that Sinhouse and Larson both had, and that was Larson's reaction to that. That's the second time that has been happening, and Allmendinger's actually went into pits. I did not even realize that he went into the pits. We were so focused on Ricky Stenhouse Jr. And I'm actually kind of surprised that Allmendinger went down pit road. I understand if he was hurting right there, but, you know, I don't know. Austin Cindric kind of went off track a little bit. Came back on track. That's what we've been saying as well, is that you really have to be careful whenever you're doing that. And Bubba Wallace on pit road now. Carl Edwards not going on pit road, so this could be for the stage. That's a crew chief call. You know, at that point you have to get on the radio. Hey, we can't make it. Come in this time. You know, because you know how many times he's had to battle Carl Edwards and AJ Allmendinger, and this does not help. Does not help the fuel situation. It does not help nothing. And that's what these guys are trying to make them do. They're trying to make them burn more fuel. That way they have to go down pit road earlier than what they want to. You know, Edwards has been saving. Edwards has been saving all this time. I wouldn't be surprised, actually, if Edwards went down pit road. I mean, we have one lap to go, 2 laps to go in stage 1. And we just got to battle for the lead, or battle for 5th place back here. Kyle Busch and Alex Bowman. That was crazy. That was a little interesting. Bowman kind of sent it in. Let's watch Edwards here, see if he goes down pit road here. No, he will not go down pit road. So, yeah, he has been saving. Any takers to pit road this time? Doesn't look like it. Not that we're seeing on our transponders. Anyway, Kyle Larson just passed Rick Stenhouse Jr. for 3rd place, and that's a little battle going on here. Look at the pile of cars we got right now. They started battling, and that opened the door for Alex Bowman to get in there and actually go for that position. But Larson, he has that momentum from the bottom. But Bowman's got the line here. Larson's got the line on top. Back up here with Edwards. Look how far apart he is from everybody else. You see 1st and 2nd. Look how far away 2nd place is. And then 2nd on back to 3rd. And right back there, the 29 and 30, 30th position. That's where Bubba Wallace and AJ Allmendinger is. Let's see if Edwards goes down pit road this time. If he does, he's going to be giving away the stage win. This is his last lap of the stage. No, he will not. He knows if he goes down pit road now, he just gave away the stage win. And here they come. Edwards wins stage number 2. Eric Almirola, he has the last spot for points. As here they come. Almirola.
All right, man. Caution is out. Caution is out.
And there it is. Stage caution. I wouldn't be surprised to see a bunch of drivers go down pit road. Go down pit road here. I would not be surprised at all to see that. And while they're under caution, we'll be back. Don't worry. What was the thing?
all about the numbers. Like 162 Cup wins.
Our 3 Cup Series championships.
How about those 3 Daytona 500s?
It's about the thousands of scrapes, dings, bumps, and bruises.
It's the millions of fans and the endless rain of confetti.
It's the countless I love yous.
Our success is in a generation of memories. Here's to the next.
The racing, the big one, the camping, it's all just bigger at Talladega. And with a doubleheader on Saturday and the premiere of the next-gen cars on Sunday, it's just gonna keep getting bigger and bigger and bigger. And as they go across the stripe, a photo finish! NASCAR's biggest and baddest track is back. Get your tickets now at TalladegaSuperspeedway.com. We glorify the outlaw, not for his deeds, but for his spirit. With just a wheel and a prayer, a 3-day racing celebration on sacred circuit grounds. NASCAR makes its way back to Austin, Texas for the Echo Park Automotive Grand Prix race weekend this March. 3 days, 20 turns, one destination. Tickets at NASCAR at COTA.com.
Mahindra's the official tractor of Tough, right, Chase?
Yep, that's right, Tony.
This baby's got 4,000 pounds of front-end lift capacity, right?
It sure does.
So who's tougher, kid? Me or you?
You are, Tony. Can you put me down now?
What? You want to go higher? Okay.
I said down, you old goat.
I am the GOAT.
Mahindra, the official tractor of Tough and Stewart-Haas Racing.
Come on, Tony, put me down.
Your age, your name, your trophies. None of that matters this season. Just what beats under your hood. I am NASCAR. I am no longer in the shadow. I am the new horizon, the beginning of a new legacy.
Finally, Chase Elliott gets to burn down the house.
And the continuation of an old one. I am the sound of silence to all the doubters. And the deafening roar of a siren in Dawsonville. I am the number you will see in the stands, and the one covered in confetti. I am not here to brag, just win. I am Chase Elliott. I am NASCAR.
Welcome back to Wine Country. We're back here at Sonoma Raceway. Here for the GoPro 99. About to go back green. No takers to pit road during that. May have had a couple. Check. Because here we go. Pace car. Off. Here we go. Once again. The jump by Carl Edwards. Green flag flying once again. Here we go. Racing in the final stage here at Sonoma. Everybody once again gets through the first turn. Down the hill into that sharp 90-degree turn. And look at this. Stenhouse going after that second spot on Chase Elliott. And couldn't get the... Oh, we got a car around back here. Almirola apparently crashed. He's still right here. Let's see what happened. Looks like he may have just been slow. He seems good. I don't know what it means by that. Yeah, I think he was just slow getting through that. Getting through that hairpin. Wow. Maybe it was the contact. Oh, yeah, right there, right there. Slows down way too much, and the game thinks he crashed. He seems good. Carl Edwards still in the lead. Stenhouse still trying. Oh, look at this. Elliott going for the lead. So close to getting under there. Stenhouse takes the opportunity at hand, and he takes over second. Wow. I didn't think Stenhouse would actually get that done like that. We haven't really seen nobody pass on the outside of somebody. Whoa, Elliott got really sideways right there. So close to wrecking. And Edwards protecting that bottom. Elliott diving it back underneath Stenhouse. And that opens the door for Larson to get there. Still side by side for second place. And now side by side for the lead. Chase Elliott going after the first spot. Still side by side. Elliott has the advantage on Edwards, and look at this. Stenhouse is going to follow him right through. So now, new leader, Chase Elliott. Number 9 for Junior Motorsports, back out in front. Might have Kyle Larson diving in underneath Edwards. He tried it. He wanted to. Thought better of it. Stenhouse getting closer and closer to that back bumper of Elliott's. Whoa! Wow! I think that's about as sideways as we've seen a car today. Man, I thought for sure he was going to wreck. All right, once again, let's do biggest mover, biggest loser, biggest mover right now. Eric Jones, plus 12. Biggest loser is actually Bubba Wallace with minus 27 positions. That's a lot of positions. I don't think he's going to make that up in 12 laps. We got 12 laps to go here at Sonoma for the GoPro 99. Chase Elliott looks like he might get his second win of the season, his third overall. Gotta be very careful coming through here. See if he gets sideways like that again. I mean, it's so easy to do, but it's so fascinating seeing these cars get really sideways to this corner. No, not this time. He learned his lesson. Don't hit the brakes and the gas at the same time. I don't know what he did. I don't know what he did. Right now, Elliott looking like the car to beat right now. It looked like it was Elliott, or Edwards. First it looked like it was Wallace, then Edwards. Now Elliott. A lot of things can change. A lot of things can change. Coming to 10 laps to go. Larson coming back up. And he did the dive bomb on Stenhouse. Caught Stenhouse off guard. I don't know if he wanted to do that, but he did it. He caught him off guard. Stenhouse didn't think he was going to do what he did. And all of a sudden, hello, there's Larson. You see him get all really sideways to that corner. And here comes Stenhouse back on the inside. Underneath Larson. And here comes Edwards as well. Edwards is going to have that preferred line on the inside to that corner. On the outside, sorry. So Larson has lost 2 positions there. Gained 2, then lost 2. As Chase Elliott continues to pull away. I was wanting to see if Edwards was going to try and do a dive bomb on Stenhouse. Didn't look like he was going to. Larson thought about doing the dive. You saw him kind of move out a little bit. That was him deciding, should I do this? Should I make it? Should I do it? No. I'm not going to do it. Stenhouse slowly closing that gap on Chase Elliott. Coming to 9 laps to go here at Sonoma Raceway. Mike McDowell, Elijah Travis battling here. Travis was battling Christopher Bell for that position. It's actually Christopher Bell that battled Elijah Travis out of that spot. Kyle Busch going after Corey LaJoie. Corey LaJoie actually having his best race of the season so far. And look who we have battling here. Larson versus Edwards. Almost a little bit of contact there. And Edwards says, you know what? You can have the spot. Never mind, I'm coming back for you. Whoa! Larson got really sideways. Whoa! Again, got really sideways. Man, oh man. Chase Elliott, Stenhouse going on pit road. Edwards missed pit road. I think he was trying to go to pit road and he missed it. Because remember, Edwards, he has not pitted yet. Alex Bowman comes up to get that second spot. But I think Edwards was trying to go to pit road, so if he runs out of gas, this is going to be a caution. Limp it back, buddy. Limp it back. I think he is. I think he is out of gas. Man. That's crazy. But if Edwards does go in this time, Alex Bowman will take over the race lead and potentially win this race. Look at this. Matthew Lutz sitting what Might be third. If Edwards pits here. Let's see. Whoa. Yeah, really a little bit sideways there. Let's see. Yeah, here comes Edwards now. So this will become first for Bowman. No, Bowman's coming in now. What about Chris Bush? Chris Bush is coming in. What about Matthew Lutz? Matthew Lutz is staying out. Jones is staying out. Logano, Christopher Bell, everybody else is staying out. Matthew Lutz comes out of nowhere. And now he has a shot to win this race. Again, at a road course. He hasn't been up front all day. And now, Matthew Lutz has a chance to win a race this season. He hasn't won since last season, and that was on the Indianapolis road course. But look at Eric Jones. He's there. He's the defending 250 champion. Can he get there? No. Lutz is pulling away. Matthew Lutz in the lead. 6 to go here at Sonoma. And here we go. Battle for the lead. Jones finally made the pass. We didn't think he was going to make the pass. Will Matthew Lutz go back down for the dive bomb? He puts the bumper to the back of him. Doesn't work, though. Eric Jones, the Daytona 250 champion, is back in the lead and wanting to win this race. Lutz is in trouble. He's got Logano all over his back bumper. Eric Jones, he hasn't won since Daytona earlier this season. And now, with this new rule, with the provisional, he has a shot to make his chase hopes stay alive. Getting 2 wins puts him at the top of the board. With only 5 laps to go here at Sonoma. Damn. Whoa! Jones got really sideways there. He put a bunch of stuff on the track. Hang on.
Kind of. He joined.
Aye.
But he's muted. He
And
joined, but he's
Jones
still
has a chance
streaming.
to get this win. Lutz falls back. More. But Eric Jones looking to become a 2-time winner this season. He's never done that in any other season. 4 laps to go here at Sonoma. Whoa! Jones once again slips. I think there might be dirt on that on the racing surface over there. Nobody else is doing it. But Jones, Lutz sees this out as an opportunity. He's going to try and close as much as he can and make sure that Jones makes that mistake again. But you see how far out in front Jones is right now. Eric Jones now has the most positions gained with plus 29. Remember, he started at the very back of this field. And now he's leading. So much can change. Whenever, you just got to pit early. That's all it is. 3 laps to go. Coming to 3 laps to go here at Sonoma for the GoPro 99. Watch this. Watch Jones as he comes up through turns 3A and 3B. Watch as he slides. He might not do it this time. No, he doesn't do it that time. But Eric Jones still in the lead. A little battle going on behind them with AJ Allmendinger and Elijah Travis, where they were battling here. Lutz slowly closing into that gap. Coming to 2 laps to go here at Sonoma. The one and only Ford is Joey Logano right now in 3rd. Learned his lesson. He's not going hard up through there anymore. But Eric Jones trying to get his 2nd win of the season. With only 2 laps to go. He's got plenty of room between himself and Lutz. He can basically coast. He's got this thing locked into the bag. Almost 5 seconds out in front. And look at this. Elijah Travis now making moves back there now. Coming up. Trying to get 2nd spot away from Matthew Lutz. You see Matthew kind of slide a little bit there. But all the eyes are on Eric Jones right now. Barney the flagman. He's got the white flag out. White flag. One more time around. Sponsored by Coke Zero Sugar. And that means the next flag that ends the race, whether it be caution or checkered. With how this race is played out, it is going to be a checkered flag. And that's exactly what Eric Jones wants to see. He's almost 6 seconds out in front of Matthew Lutz. And there it is. Elijah Travis just passed Matthew Lutz. Lutz trying to go back to the inside. Couldn't get it. And now Travis has 2nd spot. He's going to try and close that gap as much as possible. But it's not going to matter. Here comes Eric Jones. Coming to turn 11. And that Jones boy is going to win at Sonoma for his second win of the season. Eric Jones wins. With that being said, we will be right back.
Give us a few clean laps to get our fuel numbers.
champ. It's getting hard. They say you cut the course. You'll have to slow down and give up the time gained.
Official. Eric Jones has won the GoPro 99. Oh, wow. Just parking it. Nope, there he goes. Here we go. Sunoco fueling victories all season long. And it starts at Daytona every season, every single season. Oh, man. He tried to keep it going. Oh, that's a hard hit into that wall. Ooh, I thought he was going to hit the wall again. Coming back around there. There you go. Celebrate that second win feeling. There you go. He's not done. Anyway, we'll go ahead and start the outro. If you guys did enjoy, make sure to like and subscribe. And join us back next week for Road Atlanta as he parks it on the start-finish line. Thank you guys so much for watching, and we'll see you then.